It's a venue in a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
He cuts it back right. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome a quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Return starts at the 9. This makes it up to the 25. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Right there, go!
Abani Kanda now up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Got it, ready?
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch is made by the rookie from WVU. Now he's past the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 3. All right, so we'll get this up to about the 30 before he goes out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, they'll run. Rolling into enemy territory. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Pickup of 12 on that play. That's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
This offense is sending a message, winning the battle up front on consecutive snaps. There's got to be some urgency here defensively. You just can't keep getting walked backward this easily.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And they say Packers football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down.
Come on. Set.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Jalen Wade. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Go. 60.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Daniels to throw on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. If you want a high percentage throw and you're not really concerned about big yards, well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
2nd down and 10. Daniels setting up the running back screen. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Drops back. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
A handoff right for Abanikanda. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger.
Dropping back to throw. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Packers the first. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Panther Street.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey. Cowboy. Check mash. Panther 60.
Back to throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Intercepted by Washington. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Ready, set.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Reload. Bronco switch. Let's go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, you got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Ready.
Back to the well again. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have third down and 8. They'll air it out on third. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Throwing from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by it.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Incomplete pass on first down, so still at the 40. It's second and 10.
Come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Catch made over the middle. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made at the 45.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Third and short, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. Giving 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Washington first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Daniels on first down. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Hits his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring an end to that, right near the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go. Rambo 80. Rambo 80. Ready.
Shotgun handoff to Abanikanda. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's good. For our Packers, first down. First and 10.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
Go. Go, Rig. Go.
Throwing now on first down. Got for big yards on the right side. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They get 23 on that one, and it'll give the Packers the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 32.
Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
They'll give up the gut to Abanikanda. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They'll go play action. This one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the hookup with Matthew Golden. So now they have 3rd and short.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Lambeau after this. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Back to throw. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Liking 18. Go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. That one connects. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get some late points and the lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Hey! 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Right up the gut. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Lions. 19, Charger, 19.
Daniels escapes the pocket. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
On first down, here's Daniels. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Man in motion here.
70, hot 70.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The give now out of the shotgun. When he scrapes together a yard at most, it's 2nd down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Hauled in left side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Daniels. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Intercepted in the end zone. Jalen Reed with the INT.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Come on.
From the gun, here's a body conduct. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. They get this down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now we're on with a body conduct. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, they're
Bringing pressure, and it's blocked! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. Now, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now. They need 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Daniels taking a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That's incomplete on second down. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And this is another incompletion.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Panther 60. Here we go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Hey, check that. Check the eagle.
Back to throw now. Got his man. It's Golden. This gets the 1st and more. Still fighting forward. And should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception, and that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
He's got a man left. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards, and that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without true interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Amani Kanda gets it going right. Still has some space inside the 35. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. That goes for 32 yards. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. This is Trujillo to try to point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Packers make it a 24-point ball game.
Commanders 17.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. They're on 26-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Play action now with Daniels. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Daniels on first down. Gets out of trouble. Forced out to his right. And he's going to be forced to throw this one away. That takes us, Brock, to the end of our third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Commanders with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the fourth.
Ready, set.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Come on, go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
15. And the Commanders first down.
Ready.
Daniels is going to throw again. Setting up the running back screen. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They'll come up on 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Daniels. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be second down.
Ready.
Again, Daniels to the air. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete, and now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Daniels now against a blitz. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Daniels and the Commanders looking to tack on 2 more.
Let's go now.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
On the set.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. A lot of mess on the move here. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
From the red zone on 1st. Caught just shy of the goal line. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, to get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
To the air again, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19. Ready, right?
Play fake here, Daniels. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Another kick bounces off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they give to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Going with a Conda on the ground. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Irvin here from the gun. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Go check. Tag. 19 Tiger.
On the carry, this is Abani Conda. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Again, it's Abani Conda. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers getting closer to their 10th win of the season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Go.
Line up the design keeper. Lining up to take a knee on second down. They draw it up for him. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He's drawn up for him. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers